Grass Gang, we are back with another Deals and Steals video. Every weekday we stop into a bunch of stores trying to save us both some money on Pokemon cards. Right now it's about 11 a.m. Eastern. I figured I'd go see what's up with Pokemon Center. I guess they're preparing. I've been checking back every day. I haven't seen nothing like this. I assume this means all systems go. Get ready. Phantasmal Flames pre-orders dropping today on Pokemon Center. Either that or Pikachu is just taking a nap. But it's Tuesday. Everybody's been thinking it wasn't last week because they got botted. So this week it might be happening. It's about 11 a.m. Eastern right now by me. I don't know when this would drop. I don't know if it'll be while you're watching, after you're watching, before you're watching. But definitely check out Pokemon Center. See what's up with Phantasmal Flames. And I guess we'll start off with Game Nerdz. We didn't stop it yesterday. We'll see if anything's new in the last couple days from Game Nerdz. Checked Walmart, Amazon today. Nothing really sticking out on either of those sites. I don't even think we'll be stopping into Walmart. And I normally do forget to mention it, but in the description of this video, I try to list every single store possible that I stop into every day. There is a list of probably about 40 stores that sell cards, either online or in-store. I haven't made them all links yet, but all the names of the stores are in the description if you want to go check some stuff out for yourself. Morpico's still here at $65. I mean, Crown Zenith won't stop. People don't sell this Morpico box for normally about less than $80. I still think $65 is a good price. It's definitely cheaper than the competition. I mean, it is just 5 packs of Crown Zenith, but it does have the playmat, the 4-piece, and the jumbo. If you do want some of that stuff and you want the 5 packs of Crown Zenith, I think you can feel okay picking up this box. You know, I was thinking today we wouldn't even have to go to TCG Player, but this can't be right, dude, right? We are on Game Nerdz, who usually has some crazy booster box prices and stuff, but over $300 on Paradox Rift, that can't even make any sense, dude. No way.
Frig off, burp.
I don't even think we go to TCG Player because I'm not starting the video with my heart breaking like that. And dude, Temporal at 300? I mean, I would expect Temporal to be more than Paradox, funny enough, but I would not expect either of these booster boxes to be close to $300. It's almost like $10 a pack. Isn't that $9 a pack? What is happening? All right, so first page of Game Nerd, just scaring the hell out of me, dude. Not the greatest start from Game Nerds, unless things have just gone nuts with Temporal and Paradox. Assume is not the case. We're also like $30 over on this Destined Rival booster box. A lot of booster boxes crazy right now at Game Nerdz. Not the best start. Okay, a lot of single packs of Game Nerdz getting pretty crazy at $32 for a pack of Fusion Strike. What are we doing this week, Game Nerdz? What is happening?
Oh my god, this is so frustrating.
Ogre Pond for $55. There's a couple stores that still have it for $55. Game Nerdz does have one of the best free shipping quota things at only $75. I do think we could pick it up here if you wanted to. $55 is pretty much where everybody's at. I don't think there's any reason to pay more than that, but pretty hard to find it under $55, especially with such a cheap free shipping option. $40 on the Armor Rouge is okay. Looks like there's a couple Temporal packs in here. I'd assume a little bit of Temporal and maybe Obsidian Flames. I don't know if it's necessarily $40 in pack value, but now that I'm looking at it and seeing all those booster boxes for like Temporal and Paradox, I would assume most of these packs in here are at least $6. Obsidian Flames, I think, is closer to $7. So there might be about $35, $36 just in pack value. Then you are getting a pack of sleeves. You are getting a card stand and some promo cards. I'm sure you can add $4 in value for all that stuff. Might actually not be the worst time to pick up the Armor Rouge, and this is for MSRP. These boxes released for $40. So actually with our 2-cent Game Nerd discount, a couple dollars under. And they still got Lily here for $50. You could definitely buy the Lily. It's got a solid 6-pack lineup. I think the Lily Clefairy somewhere around $5 in promo value, so not incredible, but a little bit of something. And every store is selling this at least at $50, if not $55, $60. I think the price just keeps going up on this Lily collection pretty slowly, but the price keeps going up here. $50 is only $10 over the MSRP and one of the best prices. I mean, if the Paradox Rift booster box is over $300, I don't know. Maybe it's time to pick up a couple of the ETBs. I wouldn't recommend buying this if you want to just rip Paradox packs. There's definitely cheaper ways to do that. But if you want to keep a couple ETBs sealed for Paradox or something like that, you are getting one of each. This should be an all-in price. Don't believe there's shipping or tax. So this should be exactly what you're checking out for. $80 per box. I haven't really looked up the ETB on Temporal or Paradox or nothing like that, but every time I see them, they're at least like $80, maybe $90. I think Paradox, for some reason, is actually closer to $90. Temporal, I could sometimes find for like $75, the Iron Leaves ETB. Normally not with the free shipping at an all-in price, though. I do think this right here is perfectly fine if you are looking for these to keep sealed. The Pokemon Go tins, we've been talking about them too much now that the Premier Ball is like $65. If you do want 12 packs of Pokemon Go, a couple holo promos, some stickers, some codes, I think you could definitely pick this up. And this is probably one of the best ways to open up Pokemon Go right now. And also possibly one of the most fun because it's got some promos, some stickers, some codes, a bunch of stuff in here. Also now realizing I opened up some Pokemon Go the other day, a pin collection for my 20K subs giveaway during my live. 99% sure all the Pokemon Go codes that they gave out and this type of stuff are all expired. So scratch that, the codes would pretty much just be pointless. But the stickers still good, the holo promo's still good, and the 12 pack's still good. Holiday calendars here for slightly under $50. Mewtwo at $40, that's where most people are at. Temporal ETB, so we just saw both the Paradox and the Temple. They're both listed at the same exact price. You could actually pick up all four for $320. It's $80 in ETB, but you gotta buy both, but you do get both, one of each. Same exact thing as the Paradox. There's probably cheaper ways to open up temporal packs. But honestly, I really don't think either of these is too bad because of the free shipping. More than likely no tax. You are getting one of each. Gang, here we are a week later and Phantasmal Flames still hasn't officially dropped anywhere. I am currently waiting for PokeNotify to let me know when to go into Pokemon Center. That thing's gotta happen today. But of course, we still got Target, Best Buy, Walmart, all the other major retail stores that haven't dropped anything yet for Phantasmal. And PokeNotify's been telling us that these sites have been loaded. These drops will be happening. Today it's gonna start with Pokemon Center, then I assume the major retailers are going to follow soon. And if you want to stop missing some of the newest set drops like Phantasmal Flames, you got to join PokeNotify for only $7.99 a month. You'll have access to the best Pokemon card restock and pre-order notification service I have ever joined. You can also use promo code SMOKEMON25. That'll save you 25% on your first month of PokeNotify. And of course, they got that 3-day free trial. Join PokeNotify and I guarantee you'll be renewing your membership. And stopping into PokeNE, if you buy a Barboach merch, you can support the WWE. I don't really know what these boxes are. If anybody in the comments wants to let me know, I've been seeing them pop up a lot of places and they haven't been cheaper than like 200, 250 bucks. It's giving me like a Poncho Pikachu vibe. I don't really know what the Pikachu's doing. It looks like there's just a Pikachu on a Gyarados, but I think there's a couple different boxes. Here's another one that to my eyes is looking like the same exact thing. Maybe it's not, maybe it's different. Actually seeing one of those as a pre-order and one of them isn't. There was something. Mega Symphonia got dropped to $79. But now that we're not doing free shipping, not really killer. Maybe I just wanted to show off that stuff in the top row. I mean, we do have Ancient Roar and Future Flash for $54. I think those are both Paradox Rip sets. Snow Hazard as low as $52. So a couple of the cheaper sets pretty reasonably priced. I guess that was it. It's not often we get to find good stuff at the card Coliseum here, so we'll stop back in. And they do still have the Twilight ETB. It hasn't sold out yet at $68. I put 2 of them in my cart yesterday. I was able to check out with free shipping. I did have to pay tax, which I think was about 10 bucks. But I believe my checkout was under $150 and I could get them shipped for free. Stopping back in at ChampionTCG, I don't know if I've ever showed off the Japanese section. It's very possible I showed it off yesterday. Hopefully I didn't, but who knows at this point, gang. But some very good prices on some Japanese booster boxes here. I mean, Future Flash at only $50. Also, you guys know by now, ChampionTCG hooked up the Grass Gang with a promo code. I'll put it down in the description. I believe it's SMOKEMONROCKS. It'll save you 4%. Little something, ChampionTCG showing some love to the Grass Gang. Teal Mask or Transformation Mask under 60 is pretty crazy. If I did Scarlet or Violet under 60 is pretty solid. Stellar Miracle at only 54. And on the last page, a Wild Forces box at 58. Stopping back in at Poke Unlimited because they are one of the only places that still has the gem box in stock at a good price. You do have Gem Volume 1, but it is a little bit steep, or at least where most of the competition at it. 66 honestly isn't terrible, but we're trying to find them under 60 right now. They still have Gem Volume 2 for under 60 at 56. Also, I just forgot to mention it, but now that I'm seeing it, they do free shipping over 150. So Sakura's does still have the Gem Volume 2 listed at 55, but I mean, I would definitely pay the extra $1 on each of the boxes. You could get 3 of them. Checkout, free delivery, 150. I think this is definitely the place to buy the Gem Volume 2. And Corrosio's, honestly, nothing really standing out, but just want to go through it one time, show you guys what they got. Nothing incredible, but nothing really bad. They do have Violet at $57. Solid Battle Partners at $64. And they also do free shipping on orders over $150. The next time I order my Japanese booster boxes, I'm probably going to try out Corrosio, see how it goes. Future Flash at only $51. Cyber Judge $55. Ancient Roar $55. $54 on Night Wanderer. A lot of solid prices here. I was supposed to click on this one before, but back at TCG True, one of the only places that actually has this box in stock. I can't really speak too much on this. I do know that this card right here is worth about $5.6 million, the Gengar Pikachu.
$100 billion.
That is about the extent of my knowledge. I really don't know if it's like a 151 reprint. I mean, I kind of assume so with the Alakazam and the 151 on the pack. There's also the Bubble Mew in this set. I don't really know what's happening. But I do know anytime I've seen this box listed, it's at least 150. TCG True's only got it for 140. Also, I don't think any of the sites I have found this on for 150 even have it in stock right now. As you guys probably know, because of this Gengar Pikachu, things are going nuts with this set. So it might be one of the only places to get this box if you're looking for it, and a decent price. And all Pokey TCG gang, get ready. The first row not looking too good, but somewhere on here, there's a Twilight ETB. They do have the Black Bolt White Flare poster under $30. Definitely not bad. Anytime you can pick this up for $30, I think you're okay, because you get 2 Black Bolt and 2 White Flare and a massive poster, couple promo cards. And of course, they do their free shipping on all orders over 200, possible like 5% off or something, but I still haven't figured that one out for myself. Holiday calendar 50. 11 packs of Paradox, definitely not bad at only $74. Maybe we found a cheaper Build and Battle Stadium at one point, but I mean, compared to the ETB that only have 9 packs, which is at least $80, this one's 11 packs for $74. If you want to just rip Paradox, I definitely go towards this route than buying those ETBs and stuff. Ogre Pond at 55, that's where everybody's at. If you're going to order this week from all Pokey TCG and you need to get to 200 or over 200, definitely throw one of these in the cart. At least $60 in value, very solid box, 5 Twilight packs. Cynthia for 44, maybe. If you're going to order something, I wouldn't just order one Cynthia's box for $44 from all Pokey, but if you're going to place a big order, get your 200. I think you could throw a Cynthia in there for 44. I imagine the promos will cover that $4 at least. Then you need about $40 in pack value, which I don't know necessarily. That 3 Paradox, 2 Destined Rivals, and Random Journey, I believe. I don't know if that'll get you exactly to 40, but it'll probably be about $35 in pack value at least. Not a horrible price. It is only an MSRP of $40 anyway, and some people try to sell this for like $50 right now. 44, not bad. Accessory pouch at $49, maybe. They actually had a Searching Sparks ETB at $72 that I just went right by. I don't know what's been happening with Sparks recently. There is no way $72 is a bad price on a Searching Sparks ETB. I would definitely consider picking that up. And only $4 away from a Twilight ETB. And gang, there it is, under $70. Same price as Card Coliseum, except they will do free shipping here over $200. I don't know if my math is working correctly, but I think you could pick up 3 of these, get free shipping, maybe even save 5%. Under $70. All Pokey TCG killing it. Back in at Double Infinity. I don't know if we stopped in yesterday. I would say Twilight ETB at 70, not bad, but we just saw it a couple dollars cheaper. And Double Infinity, usually, I don't think they have a free shipping. Pretty sure they charge tax. So check out Might Jam You Up. I think you go to all Pokey TCG for that. This is the only store selling a holiday calendar for under $50 at only $45, which is incredible. I don't know how that ships or how that's calculated because it is an awkward box. Might not be able to check out for under $50 on that, in which case you can buy that thing for $50 from anywhere. Garchomp's over here at $42. Pretty much the same exact thing as the Twilight, though. At checkout, it might make more sense to go to all Pokey TCG. Do have the Iono Belly Bolt at 40. Oh my god, and I thought 475 was crazy yesterday. 460 on the sleeve journey packs? Alright, of course, for research purposes only. Asking for a friend. Let's see how many of these we could throw into the cart. Oh, gang, I'm about up to 20, and I haven't reached any type of limit yet. I would assume it's all systems go on these sleeve booster packs. Got a lot of Prismatic stuff in stock. None of the prices are terrible, although none of them incredible. Anybody knows, I've been looking at market prices on Prismatic. Obviously, the packs and stuff have been dropping a little bit because of Sam's Club. The one thing that hasn't dropped at all is these mini tins. I don't know why, but seems like some of these mini tins are still like $30 market price. Like I think the Umbreon mini tin still like a $30 market. I don't know what I'm missing with these tins, but it seems like everything Prismatic has dropped in price except those tins. If anybody has any insight into that at all, definitely let me know in the comments. Another place with a Sparks ETB, this one only at 70, so a couple dollars cheaper than all Pokey TCG. I guess the Costco drops definitely hit Surging Sparks a little bit. And very surprised the Stellar Crown Build and Battle is still here. Might not be the most incredible way to rip Stellar Crown packs, but it's still $5 under market at only 30 bucks. And on the last page here, this Paradox Rift Build and Battle is still here, gang, at only $24. Believe that is the MSRP. 4 packs of Paradox Rift. There's also a $75 Temporal Forces ETB. I cannot believe Surging Sparks and Twilight are cheaper than Temporal and Paradox right now. What world are we living in, gang?
Charlie?
And stopping in at TCG Stadium, they do have 151 Zapdos boxes for only 45 bucks. If I'm not mistaken, that's pretty much market price on your 151 packs, then a little bit of like promo cards on the house type thing. think 151 packs are at least $11. Maybe they're like 10, but I think they're like 11, and then the promos, probably not a lot of promo value, but it is 151, so probably more than usual. I don't think 45 is terrible if you want to pick up that box. Of course, TCG Stadium, $200 free shipping, and I believe possible 10% off for new customers. 10% off those Zapdos boxes would bring them down to like 40, which would be crazy. Prismatic surprise box at only $40. There's the surprise. It's only 40 bucks. Not to mention everything else I just said about the free shipping and the possible 10% off. Look at that. The Ogerpon box is down to 50. Oh my god. Surprise box is 40 bucks on Prismatic. Mask of Ogerpon, the only store today I've seen with it at $50. This is just incredible. Those two things alone, that'd be good enough chilling with those. Black Bolt for 45. 45 I think is the market price, but if you are going to get some stuff, which you probably should between just these two products right here, you could definitely throw one of these into cart. Pretty much market price, not incredible. And going over to Safari Zone to close out the video, as is tradition.
Canadian Prince now dipping his arms into the pudding, as is tradition.
Loose pack section, the only thing I really like these two right here. I like the Obsidian, I like the Scarlet and Violet base. I'm pretty sure Scarlet and Violet base is at least $6 a pack for a loose non-sleeve pack. I think Obsidian might be $7, but maybe it's closer to $6.50. I think the Temporal and Paldea are very close to where the market price is. This one, honestly, on the Paldea loose pack might be over market. And let's see what Safari Zone still has in stock. Dude, yesterday we spent like 45 minutes in this store with all the product they restocked, and it looks like they just added more. There is no way Shrouded Fables went up to $100 in ETB, right, gang? I would think $70 is where you want to be at, maybe $75 at checkout. I could be wrong. I haven't checked market on Shrouded Fables pretty much ever, and I don't really have any desire to. But from all the prices I've seen, I'm pretty sure there's a couple stores that sell them for about $70 or $75, so I don't think there's any reason for that. Slashing Legends tin at $30 if you want it. Not hard to find, not an incredible price, but definitely not bad. I've been seeing a lot of places with this Iono for way more than the $40. I don't know why. I assume it's got something to do with the Iono promo card, because I know it's only 6 packs. I think it's a worse 6-pack lineup than the Lily with the Lily Clefairy. I don't really know why the price on this Iono is going so crazy. They still have all the collection boxes here. The Ogerpon at only $38, the Houndstone at $30, Grand Adventure for $35. I don't know if any of those that I just named have incredible pack value inside, maybe the Ogerpon one. But most of them are just good prices compared to the market and where most other sellers are at. $50 on the lunchbox. I guess if you did want 6 packs with a couple sparks, I don't know if that's necessarily buying that one for the pack value either. None of the collection boxes or the lunch boxes, milk cartons, I don't think any of them have incredible pack value in them. The market has gone nuts on a lot of that stuff, and this is all pretty decent prices. If you guys know what packs are in these stacking tins, and maybe I have opened some before, but it was a while. It was actually apparently Q1 of 2025, so can't really remember what's in them. Feel like there might be some Twilight in here. This is $20 a tin, so you'd have to be at about $7 a pack. They would have to be pretty decent sets in here for them to be $7 a pack. I'm surprised Hop Zacian's still here. I would have thought this one would have been gone at only $25. $22 MSRP, like all the other collection boxes. Not incredible value inside, but at only $25, probably the closest to the actual value. I think it's like 2 journeys, a Sparks pack, and maybe 1 random one. But like I've been telling you guys, it's pretty much just been impossible to find a 4-pack collection box of any kind for under $30. Especially one considerably new with the Hop Zacian for Journey Together. They got a Battle Partner booster box at $68. It's definitely not terrible because we're close to all-in prices. And maybe a Sparks bundle at $40, but I mean, if you are going to buy Sparks, just buy the ETBs at this point. They're cheap enough. And gang, I think that's going to do it for another deals video. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. We'll see you tonight at Alive or tomorrow morning for another Deals and Steals.